6 unexpected moments when narcissists start a fight. Narcissists rarely start conflicts at random. Their timing is calculated, chosen with precision to hit you where it hurts most. Many people assume narcissistic abuse is simply a matter of anger, ego, or losing control, but that is a dangerous misconception. What's really happening is far more intentional and far darker. These individuals are skilled manipulators who study you like a textbook. They learn your habits, your weaknesses, your high points, and the moments that matter most to you. Like hunters waiting for their prey, they bide their time until the moment you are most vulnerable. Then they strike. If you reflect on past experiences, you may notice a pattern. The arguments don't erupt at random. They often flare up right before a job interview, just as loved ones walk through the door for a holiday gathering, or in the exact moment you've finally found some peace of mind. That is not coincidence. It is psychological warfare. The intent is to destabilize you, to keep you perpetually off balance, emotionally drained, and tethered to their control. The disturbing part is how precise this behavior really is. They track your schedule, tune into your emotional rhythms, and then weaponize that knowledge against you like ammunition. Let's break this down into the 6 key moments narcissists commonly exploit to create chaos in your life. The first is at night, right before sleep. Rest is sacred. It's when the mind and body repair themselves. Narcissists know this, which is exactly why they invade that time. Like predators of the night, they often come alive when the world is trying to rest. They deliberately launch into arguments or raise grievances when your defenses are at their weakest. Often, this happens right before an important day, a presentation, a meeting, a family obligation. They know what's ahead of you and target your rest so you'll face tomorrow exhausted and unsteady. Their weapons can be anything: dragging up old mistakes, nitpicking current choices, or planting seeds of anxiety about the future. The goal isn't resolution. It's sabotage. It's making sure you walk into your day drained, doubting yourself, and diminished. The second timing is before holidays or when guests are about to arrive. This is not random either. It is about isolation and control. Narcissists feel threatened when you are about to be surrounded by joy, laughter, and genuine connection, especially with people who know and love you. They cannot stand the idea of you feeling free, supported, or fully yourself in front of others. They also fear you might reveal truths about the relationship that would puncture the image they work so hard to uphold. So, they ignite conflict before the doorbell rings, ensuring you are flustered, distracted, and unable to fully relax in the presence of your guests. The fight serves multiple purposes. It disrupts your joy, creates distance between you and your support system, and reinforces the message that your happiness exists only on their terms. It doesn't just end with an argument before the doorbell rings. The fight lingers, poisoning the atmosphere. Your mood is fractured, your energy drained, and instead of greeting your guests with genuine warmth, you are carrying the invisible weight of conflict into the room. You may manage to smile, laugh, and play the role of the gracious host, but beneath the surface your thoughts are circling back to the storm that was deliberately unleashed moments earlier. This is how narcissists cast a shadow over celebrations that should have been filled with joy. Even in your happiest moments, they ensure their presence dominates, turning your relief into tension. The third moment narcissists love to target is when you succeed. Success, for most people, is a cause for celebration, an opportunity to be recognized for hard work and persistence. But for narcissists, your victories don't inspire admiration. They ignite envy. Your achievements, whether a promotion, the completion of a long-awaited project, or a personal milestone, shine a light they cannot bear. Your growth becomes their mirror, one that reflects their own insecurity and shortcomings back at them. And instead of feeling proud, they feel diminished. Instead of encouragement, you are met with resentment. They cannot let your triumph stand, so they cut it down. Sometimes it's subtle, minimizing your accomplishment, questioning its importance, or pretending it's no big deal. Other times, it's blatant, picking a fight, creating drama, or forcing you to waste your energy defending yourself instead of celebrating. Their envy runs so deep that your independence feels like betrayal. To them, your thriving threatens the fragile illusion of superiority they depend on. Next comes the dining table. Meals, by their very nature, are sacred. They symbolize nourishment, family connection, and safety. But narcissists see mealtimes as a stage, a chance to disrupt what should be simple and comforting. Food becomes a weapon, conversation becomes ammunition, and the table transforms into a battlefield. This is not accidental, it is intentional cruelty. By targeting a basic human need, eating in peace, they ensure your body is tense even while taking in nourishment. The stress of those fights doesn't just ruin the moment, it lingers in your body. Many survivors carry this with them for years. Digestive issues, chronic anxiety, even physical illness rooted in the tension of never being allowed to eat in peace. What should have been a moment of connection instead becomes a ritual of dread, and the body keeps that score. Then there is the timing before major events. This is perhaps one of the clearest examples of how deliberate their tactics are. People often wonder if narcissists know what they are doing. The truth is yes, they absolutely do. They choose their moments with calculation. Exams, interviews, important presentations, even your wedding day, no milestone is safe. Just when you need clarity, rest, and focus, they manufacture a crisis. They push you into emotional chaos, ensuring you walk into life's most critical moments exhausted and off balance. And this isn't random malice, it's strategy. They know that if you succeed, if you rise into independence and security, their grip over you weakens. Your professional success and financial stability threaten the very foundation of their control. So they strike when the stakes are highest, weaponizing stress to sabotage your future. The sleep deprivation tactic ties perfectly into this pattern. Keeping you awake the night before something important is not simply inconsiderate, it is warfare. Sleep is vital for memory, decision-making, and resilience. By robbing you of it, they weaken your ability to perform at your best. What looks like another fight is actually a calculated attempt to reduce your capacity, ensuring you stumble when you should shine. It's not a coincidence. It's not just how they are. It's psychological sabotage dressed up as relationship drama. Sleeping beside a narcissist can feel like sharing a bed with your greatest enemy. It is not simply about difficult personalities or clashes of opinion. It feels darker, almost spiritual. Their obsession with breaking you down has a relentless, almost demonic quality, as if their very mission is to extinguish the light within you. They cannot stand to see you strong, radiant, or at peace because your light reminds them of what they lack and what they cannot create for themselves. The sixth and final timing they choose to strike is when you are finally relaxed, joyful, or at ease. It could be the moment you laugh freely, when you've finally settled into rest, or when a rare sense of genuine peace washes over you. That is when they pounce. This reveals their true nature, not partners, not companions, but predators of joy. They operate like emotional vampires, feeding on distress and withering in the presence of contentment. Peace is poison to them, because it starves the chaos they rely on to feel alive. Think about it. Monsters cannot survive in light. They need the darkness, conflict, drama, destruction, anxiety. That is their habitat. When you create moments of calm, safety, and beauty, they feel out of place, almost suffocated by it. Your joy highlights the emptiness of their own inner world, a void they desperately try to cover with noise and control. It is no exaggeration to say that some of them only feel at home when surrounded by fire and ruin, because peace exposes how barren they truly are inside. At the root of this pattern is envy in its purest form. They cannot tolerate your happiness, not because of what you did to them, but because of what your happiness reveals, their inability to generate it themselves. To watch you laugh freely, to see you rest without fear, to witness you embrace joy. It burns them, because it reminds them of everything they will never authentically experience. They would prefer to see you miserable than endure the discomfort of watching you thrive. Recognizing this pattern is not just about awareness. It is about protection. Once you see how calculated these attacks are, you can prepare yourself to guard the peace you've worked so hard to create. Your happiness, your rest, Your moments of heaven are sacred. They are worth defending. Do not let anyone, no matter how close, convince you that chaos is normal or that joy is unsafe. You are reclaiming your right to peace, fulfillment, and true connection. So now I want to hear from you. Have you noticed these timings in your own life? Which one struck you the hardest? Share your story, because your voice matters. Until next time, remember, healing begins the moment you choose light over their darkness.